Hey there, guys. It's Tico Suave, Steven, and Jason. We're the Sunday Dinner Guys. And tonight we're going to be making dinner with pork chops. They're going to be a sweet and spicy pork chop with mango. I've got a can of green beans that I'm going to turn into a side dish that tastes like it's been cooked all day, and a rutabaga.
Rutabaga.
Tell us a little bit about that rutabaga.
Rutabaga is in the same family as a turnip and a cabbage. And it didn't show up until the 1600s and didn't make its way over. I know, interesting facts. Didn't make its way over to the United States until the early 1900s.
Another fun fact about that rutabaga is it was a table decoration for the last Sunday dinner. All right, at this point we're going to work on our rutabaga recipe. The ingredients for this is pretty simple. We've got a rutabaga, we've got some thyme, we've got some pepper, we've got some Gray's Acadiana olive oil, which we love. We've got some better than bouillon chicken, roasted chicken, which we're going to use to make just a little bit of stock. And we got some garlic and some Parmesan. We're going to get to prepping these ingredients now. All right, so we prepped all of our ingredients for our Parmesan Rutabaga Au Gratin, and we're ready to start combining those ingredients together and making the recipe. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our olive oil, throw it in a bowl or a measuring cup. Take half of our grated Parmesan cheese. Just eyeball that, it's half. We're going to use the other half a little bit later in this recipe. We've got some thyme that we're putting in. And then we are going to put in the garlic. All of the measurements will be in the recipe below, so don't worry too much right now about those measurements. Mixture's a little dry, so I added a little bit more olive oil. All right, we're gonna pour over the rutabaga. Now those have been mandolined to 1/8 inch. And because ours was so large, we had to cut the rutabaga in half. But now I'm gonna just kind of massage this in to all the rutabaga and get it mixed up really well. Kind of toss that around and get a good coat on everything. All right, so we've gotten this all mixed in together, and I'm gonna start layering this into the dish, and just, best you can, just put the layers down. As you can see, he's gonna squeeze a little bit of pepper, not too much.
Pepper Patrol.
Pepper Patrol. Just go in with layers. All right, so we've gone in with layers of the rutabaga with the spice and the garlic, and we put some pepper in between those layers. And so now we're gonna just pour our chicken stock over the top. We're gonna cover this with foil and bake in the oven at 375 degrees for about 55 minutes. All right, so let me show you how to take an inexpensive can of green beans and make them really great for a weeknight dinner. They taste like they've been cooked all day. First, drain your green beans, put those into a pan.
And we're using Granny's Magnolite.
Granny's Magnolite. Then throw in 5 slices of half onion. Throw that in there. All right, this is where the magic happens. This is bacon fat or bacon grease that we've saved from frying bacon. I don't know what you're supposed to do if you don't have this. You should have it on hand. If not, fry some bacon so you can get some bacon fat. But anyway, I'm gonna put a heaping tablespoon of bacon fat in this. And that's the yummy goodness. I'm gonna do a squeeze of pepper. I'm not gonna add any salt because I'm adding a beef bouillon. You don't have to use better than bouillon, but basically you're gonna cover these green beans with water. That's 2 cups of water, so I'm gonna use 2 teaspoons of this better than bouillon, maybe a little less. I don't want it to get too salty, but notice I did not add salt. I'll also drain those green beans again, so there's no salt coming forward from that. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on the stove. I'm gonna bring it to a boil, and then I'm gonna turn it down to a simmer for about 15 minutes, and these things are gonna taste amazing. We have prepped all of our ingredients for our pork chops, and I'm about to go in and cook the pork chops. I've got a pan over high heat here. I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. I want to get that pan hot. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Grace olive oil. I'm gonna salt and pepper these pork chops. All right, so a little pepper, one side here, and I'm gonna throw a little bit of salt. So I'm going in with the pork chops. I'm gonna get a nice brown color on those. So we browned these pork chops up really nicely, and I'm gonna put them aside. I didn't cook them until they were completely done, because they're gonna go back in the pan for, maybe a couple of minutes. But right now, I've got this pan with some lot of good flavor on the bottom that I wanna get off of the bottom for my sauce, my mango sauce, my spicy, tangy mango sauce. And so I'm gonna go in with about a half a cup of this white wine vinegar. I'm gonna pull off this top. All right, and the pan's hot. Got about a half a cup in there. And I'm going to deglaze this pan, the bottom of the pan, coming right up. It's great. Okay, we're deglazed. I'm going to pour in some honey. It's about a quarter cup of honey. That looks like a quarter cup. Again, this is local honey. We got it at the market, the Lafayette Farmers Market and Artesian Market, the horse farm. I'm throwing the garlic, and I'm going to throw in the mango. I'm going to give it a good sprinkle of red pepper flakes. That's a healthy sprinkle. It's going to add some heat. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn up the heat. I'm going to reduce this down a bit with all that yummy goodness. Just reduce it, reduce it, reduce it. It's on pretty hot, so it's going quick. There's not a ton of liquid in the bottom of that pan. Ooh, that vinegar. You smell it?
Smell it.
You got a really nice sauce going. If you will you throw about a tablespoon of butter in there? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to melt this butter. Finish that sauce. So our sauce is really thickened. And that's what I want. I want that sticky, tangy, spicy sauce. So I'm going to go back in with my pork chop. Turn it over in that sauce so it looks good. I'll turn my heat down just a little bit. I don't want that sauce to completely disappear. Look at that.
Very pretty.
Very pretty. This dish is nice. All right, I'm just going to spoon this sauce at this point, and the mango's over. Whoop. I'm going to tilt my pan, and you can see that sauce is nice and thick. The mango. So when I come back to plating, I'll plate up and make sure that we have some of this sauce on top of the pork chops. That is sweet and spicy, tangy, yummy goodness. And pork goes so well with a sweet fruit and sweetness. So we have our pork chops, we have our green beans, and Rogers is going to go get the rutabaga.
Rutabaga.
Ooh, hot, hot. Hot, hot right here.
Smells amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know if you've ever had rutabaga. We have not.
No, we've never had it.
So this is a real treat. All right, so we'll plate up. These green beans will taste like they've been cooked all day. Inexpensive green beans too, out of a can. think it has a lot to do with the bacon grease. All right, this is the rutabaga. Yeah.
Buttery, cheesy, oily.
I cannot wait to try this. That's for sure. It has the consistency of a potato.
And you can smash it, mash it.
Smash it.
You can do whatever you do with a potato, you can certainly do with a rutabaga as well.
Ooh, I wonder if you can fry a rutabaga. We'll have to look at that. All right. Now that is hot as can be. All right, now the star player to the plate. The pork chops. And look at the beautiful color on these pork chops. Sweet, spicy, tangy. All right, and as promised, I'm going to come on with some mango in the sauce on top.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. Like you. We don't want to waste any. Oh, there's garlic. Yep. Don't waste any. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.